intuitive blind reading quickies. Thank you for connecting me here at the time of your day, allowing me to be in your experience, participate in this co-creation of the energy of oneness. This is JuneUniverse. The energy of observation in my little universe for the last 7 days, I'd like to share at the first of today's gathering here, is that I felt so fast in terms of the linear time. It's like it's already like a week went by, that kind of feeling. And that's just a perception of each moment, that how I participate, how you participate your each moment. And then on the other hand, I noticed so many progress that for the last 7 days in my the physical activity. Even I'm sitting on the couch most of the time. My work is very intellectual, but noticing all this progress was under unconscious. So my perception is like, wow, it's already like, I feel like it was like blank, almost like a void. Where was it kind of perception? But reality is that it's quite different. So there is a gap between my conscious awareness and subconscious, and it's always nice to review that how you're gonna match what you are aware of what you're doing, and otherwise it's just like a zombie. It's always like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and then it's not doing enough, and then in reality it's like you accomplish so many things. So sometimes it's not necessary things is in the list or like in between the list, but you just need to do it somehow, like mind gets so busy. So it's a nice to check on this own perception and actual accomplishment. Sometimes it's opposite, because feels like accomplished so many actions, and however that reality is not so much. That time is maybe the intellectual progress was happening, and then not so much coming out as in the physical stage. So it's all this depending on where we are at the creation of life intentionally, if we are to be part of this conscious living experience. That's what the most important thing is, like how we want to use the consciousness. Is only like a 5% of human psyche, and to make it as much as what aligned to what we would like to experience. That's my goal. I mean, and so that to be help us to be aligned with more joyful experience, like more happy resonance. In order to define our own happiness, it's important to know what makes us happy, what makes us joyful, what brings us joy. And that quality and component is also changing accordance to awareness grow and experience expand, and it's a growing stage of a life experience. So it's always nice to get in touch with our own growth too. And for doing that, journaling is the most effective supportive tool. And even a little tiny feeling that we're having at the day, and 7 days, it's massive information. If we continue that 90 days, I mean, I'm a believer of 90 days is the miracle amount of moments that we can use to really transform, change the little deeper part of ourselves that would help us to make a new foundation, to build something using more conscious wishes and desire on top of that new foundation. So um, that's in the self-development, self-help programs that many people desperate for the change, and 90 days is almost like a 3 month, feels like forever. I want to have it now, like microwave mentality. Like, however, it can be happening because technologies and everything is like shift happens in each moment. We can choose each moment. However, get into that moment of immediate transformation, the underneath is taking progress, like below the line, below the ground level, internal, like unseen yet in physical or conscious, but building up momentum. So once it's got enough energy and momentums underneath of it, and then boom, some immediate shift, we can use it or consciously or unconsciously shift it into transforming. It's like a caterpillar becomes butterfly. So that's part of nature. And so the game plan for the conscious living is that using our consciousness to make it to matching with a heart excitement and joy and happy, and align it into each different area of life, and then getting to know this the personal creator preference, like me and you, and his and hers own creature has a personality based on how we raised since arrival on this earth reality. And according to the environment, each one of us has a unique characteristics and personality. And but some level, like some people really have a mutuality as a nature, regardless of which part of the earth, Mother Earth, you are arriving into that on the same planet Earth. And the environment is totally different, culture is totally different, skin color is different, eye color, they're unique. However, somewhat drawn into particular things are the same as in the human being part of human. And and technology allows us to connect to this like-minded nature as a group in in a new way like never before. It's just like, let's say, keyword, what's your interest, and then the computer just gather all this keyword that people are putting out there, the taglines, and all of a sudden, the people put in the same tagline, be able to connect and then create the group like a mutual interest. It was not happening 10 years ago. So it's such an interesting tool that we now have, and discovering that more fun and joy and what would be exciting experience to invite into our here now present moment to our earth experience. I was wondering about that it in that type of possibility that technology comes, and what become most important factor for that is to knowing what really makes us happy, like internal self, our heart. It's not going to look for it because so many choices now there. Before was limited because the information, the way to expose and connect to the information was very limited. Like if you're living in a village and no communication tools, newspapers, like nothing. And then especially like the island, for example, and all the information is happening inside of the island. It's a little village, and never know what's happening outside, the continent. So the information is very limited, and so that cultivate the uniqueness and little deep and deep, and instead of spreading thin to influence in the influenced be influenced with the newness. So it's those days quite different way to select and connect with people. Because of the limitation of new information, people want to become more creative about based on what is available and then create something. So this element was influenced from the nature available information. It's the plants and natures and other animals. It's like, information is always available, but it's more of natural, non-human made information, like earth made information. But nowadays, man-made information everywhere in education, and we are so influenced by the information created by human instead of nature itself. So it's nice to have that awareness to connect with the information the nature provide and how the nature was influenced by the human information, like destroyed by because of the humans convenient nature changes the dynamic, and we are now focusing to live together in a balance and harmony with us, the planet Earth. But so the way we connect with information is changing, and now the 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 phone device and connect with the information with other people to get to know and create something. It's such a new exciting area to experience life. So what we want to do, I mean, think about the computer itself. Like it used to be a TV. You just switch on and then the information come out. However, when you put the computer on, nothing's going to happen. It asks us, what do you want to do? So we need to select what we want to do. Okay, we want to browse the website, we want to check information like an email, or we want to listen to the music, or we want to play games. So we want to make sure what we want to do with it. Just like going to the restaurant. When we go to the restaurant, we need to order from the menu, right? So we want to know what we want to have, what will make us happy at the restaurant. And if you go to the buffet and then there's there, so just like being served, that's another way. But it's more of own selection based on what would you like to have is more important to utilize these tools as the tool to like a magical tool possible to create our life more enjoyable way. That's what I was thinking. And then speaking of new way to connect with the people and informations, and to me it's like a relationship to the time, and timeline is also changing. I mean, the concept of time, everything is happening now here moment. So each moment has that experience, and linear time is a continuous now moment. So the concept of linear time is quite difficult for me to understand since I was a child, but it's a relationship with time. When sometimes you give your focus so firm and 10 minutes, for example, and then that 10 minutes can feel like 1 hour, it's like so deep and focused and condensed and valuable, like laser like deep work can be done if you need to done it. And just like, oh, gotta do that. It's like a 1 hour. It's like just floating hours feels like more. It's a different relationship with each moment. And what I notice is that feeling like void space, it's like feeling of nothing we can do with it. Like outside of our own influence, especially like you creating something and then being taken to the next stage. And what you need to be done is already done, your part. And and then this phase is to invite in the energy of faith and ask universe to participate in under the relationship with energy of faith, and basically your part has done, and then you're participating with the openness and embrace, and then it feels like it's a void, like I want to do something to make that happen, but it's already out of our hand because we are done. And but the creation is continuing because we wanting to be in align as the way, as an goal or outcome that we are creating. But it is the process of sort of like when you put the seed and give it a time, or give it some sort of space, void, to put that in under surface, like a below the line work is taking process, and we must embrace it. And the relationship with that point is definitely needed. And then what we can do with that is that what I found is that sending a good thought, because each week we are doing it, but sending a good thought from the love we have in our heart, and the way we wish to be as the perfect creation, coming from our love and self-love, and the love what you've done as the best what you can do, and then release it with, and then send in a good thought with the energy of faith. Even if we feel as a void, we must relate to the void, because look at that. I mean, void is a beautiful part of piece of art. So without, use the void as part of your beautiful creation, and allowing that to be the void in order to get the contrast of a beautiful work that you already done and released it. So the beautiful artist, like talented artist, knows how the power of the void would influence their piece of work. It's a confidence of knowing that what you've done is already beautiful, and holding the space, including the void, as one, and own it with the comfortable, confident place in here now, and then share with the others. That way of holding your own creation invite in the others to participate, and with the confidence. The silence is the same. And the beginners is like, we want to put everything in there, like no void, no space. That could be the good things. Like I can do this, do that, do that, do that. Is there anywhere I can do that? Is there any space that I can put anything like that? That's one way. Um, or you've got to speak each single moment, like no silence, because the power of silence is amazing. Silence has a message, and the feeling and the space that to be able to provide that message is need a little new skills, which is the void and the energy of faith, and holding the whole as a totality with the confidence, anchor in the self-love. This is beautiful. Like, thank you for this downloading. This is JuneUniverse. Hope you are having enjoyable moments together here in co-creation of oneness. Thank you for your participation. So let us take check-in time to scan ourselves where we are, where you are at this present now moment in the physical, and from the top of your head, and noticing what you're thinking, what you're seeing, and what you're feeling. And if you have a pen and paper, that would be nice to write it down. Today's date is the April 4th, 2016. So where are you at the present moment, feeling that what you feel? I am feeling very open, very, very open and tender. Maybe this the download now is it's a beautiful, beautiful piece of information and reminders from the universe, and I really like that. So already get influenced. So check in currently. I feel really beautiful, feeling beautiful and tender. How about you? And I'm gonna do the 3 minutes blind intuitive reading, quickies. And at the end of today's gathering, what kind of feeling you'd like to have? I'd like you to choose the one word that describes the feeling that you like to have for today before closing your eyes, or before starting your day, or before going to the appointment, before going to your date, before going to play with your kids. After this another 20 some minutes, what kind of feeling you like to choose? From shift, you want to continue the feeling now you're with, or what kind of feeling you like to have? I would like to have the feeling of focused and readiness, based on this feeling, and like to have a readiness, like ready to accept, ready to take action, ready to flow. How about you? So anything that would be helpful for you to have at the end of the day, I would like you to write it down. If you're driving and difficult to write it down, that's okay. Just note it, and remembering it. And while I am doing the intuitive reading, 3 minutes, I would like you to embody that feeling. How do you feel like when you're in that feeling? Who's going to be near you? It's like what you're doing, what kind of activity you are sensing, what kind of memory is coming back to you. It's just like embodying that. And then at the same time, sending a good thought to reading requesters that they're experiencing that perfect way in their experience. And connecting this energy of oneness, when we send it out, and then it's coming back with the energy return system. So multiples with the power of unity, the consciousness. So let's use this group energy in the most effective way. And let me get the reading request and set the timer and do the reading. Hold on 1 second. So today I would like to do the reading for relationship. It doesn't need to be a love relationship. It's a relationship and some life path. Okay, 3 minutes set. So the first reading I would like to pick here is, okay, let's let me take this relationship. Hands. Hands. Relationship. Hands. Okay. Let me sip some coffee here. Okay. Relationship. Hands. 3 minutes. Okay, I'm getting the sense that seems like this relationship is coming into the closure. Um, that it's been sort of like a drama happening and really energy draining for both of you. And at this point, I feel the relief from all the drama. It's like a really emotional exercise and draining. Um, However, that I'm feeling that it's not so negative draining. It's more of like healthy exercise. So it it not so much necessary attaching into a negativity and emotion, but it just take it as a more expressing self and each other, and even disagreement is there. It's just part of expressing exercise and not so much emotional attached to it. And then it's important to not to take that with you as what you get, and some part was hitting you in the weak point, like almost like you feel attacked. But take it as like the other person is immaturity is attacking you, or like you feel like being attacked. However, the reality is that the other person is protecting self from immaturity, unable to handle, or I'm not sure, unsure about the way to dialoguing, communicating. So need education. However, you are not the person capable to teach this person how to express it. Because of the dynamic that both of you are in, it's not a good idea for you to guide. Because when you're more guiding it, and then it's going to be in more trouble, and then you get reflection as be feeling attacking. So take it as an put the emotional element separated, and then know that how you communicate with other people. And I understand that you feel too much and then draining. So you may want to find out the new way to dialoguing or less dialoguing, or if you are tired of verbal communication, and then write it down, or emailing or messaging, or if you're doing emailing and it's just tired, and just give it a break and then find other way to communicate. And little less amount would be good, as long as you showing the emotion as like you love the other person, and then that would be the solution. And this is not who's won, win, lose for argument, which you understand, but the other person seems to be not understanding, like really need to get win over you, kind of. So just be aware that it's not emotion. It's not coming. It coming from a good heart, but it's just a matter of competition and competitiveness, and the hate to lose kind of attitude and a personality. So this is a good opportunity for you to grow and take this person as is, and no matter what, and just send the love and move on. All right, I'm sending a lots of love, and we all sending a lots of love and healing for this relationship dynamic. Thanks for your request. The symbol is hands and the category of relationship. The next, all right, next one is life path. Lemon. Life path. Lemon. 3 minutes. 10. Okay. I have a sense that Something to do with the telephone conversation and dialogue is it's good to being quiet. And I feel that this life path is in alone time. It's to reconnect to the self and your awareness update. Um, Minimum communication to people who need to be connected at this point. I feel very business like contact, connection, and one reliable contact, not massive, but just the one very reliable. And that gives you a lifeline. And now it is only needed for you to connect. And rest is like it's a good stage to realigning internal decoration, like updating. I see so many areas and ideas, and some are conflicting, and then some are regrouping as a new idea, and make it as an more smaller number for you to be able to easier management. I have a sense that something hanging in the visible, purposely hanging in front of you is getting attention. Something to do with the man clothing. And I guess that's a good idea to hang in front of you to remind you that that is there. Um, Something related to a work and also for more casual relatedness. It's like a family almost like. Um, and it's a good combination to have it in a casual way and it doesn't bother your main space. Um, so I encourage you to have that, keep it as an like a literal kind of private things and make it as a casual and play with it. Um, as to make an like a living space more natural, you know. Otherwise, it seems to be like a too organized and too perfect, and it's nice to notice that are unfamiliar and willing to play with, but it doesn't bother your space of your creation. I have a very nice, natural, authentic self is remodeling the internal decoration and expressing it into a summertime. So this is a beautiful time to get relax a little bit and realign to a natural self and reset your participation stance for the summer. I'm sending a lots of good energy in the circle and thank you for your request. This is Life Path, the symbol of lemon. Okay, how is our time here? I want to go to another reading here. So the next reading I like to choose is the relationship. Okay, feather. All right, relationship, feather. Oh, I'm getting the sense that it's a very black, wet feather, like almost water waterproof kind of feather that the beautiful, almost like a artificially beautiful, but it's a natural feather. I have a sense that it's a bunch of groups who make the power, and one itself or like a one combination itself is kind of not enough. I mean, it's a part of group and encouraged to bring that to the group to proceed this relationship instead of taking as like a too intimate or like a too you and the other person kind of a situation. Because I have a sense that it can't go too strong, just being two of you involving, but it's make it as in a group, it could become a new type of uniqueness. And can find a golden opportunity as a very authentic, grounding, creative transformation. So I would encourage to find the like-minded spirit or creative people involving to make it as a larger dynamic instead of having make it grow as a too intimate situation. Um, right now is like because the focus is too intense, so I would like to see you more relax and invite in to have that idea or have something in between flexibility. Because I mean, the void, this week's theme seems to be the void is a beautiful part of the connectedness. Without the space, it's so inflexibility is uncomfortable and no one likes that intensity. It's quite different from very focused intent. um so it's a finding, releasing the tension and still remaining the focused goal intention sort of attitude. I think that's a beautiful thing. However, just deserving a little bit of massaging it to make it softer or to flexible to invite in some new view. um I'm getting the sense that May would be a good place, that time frame, to invite in the new person or new place as a new shape. The next month, so this month could be work on yourself, like be more soft and love yourself to be in this situation and practice to express that softer part of you in this dynamic so that the other person could influence become softer so that is easier for you to be in that dynamic for the upcoming month. Good luck. I'm sending a lots of healing for your creation. This is the relationship and the symbol feather. Feather. Okay. Another one. Okay, I'm gonna pick the different one. Job, event, opportunity. This is the cappuccino. Cappuccino. Opportunity event. Okay, 3 minutes. I have a sense that this is very enjoyable, playful. I really like the way that you take this opportunity to participate into your life. It's sort of like a wrapping around with the favorite type of the tone and the way to enjoy and share with the others. And I feel that it's really comfortable for you and then also others too to being invited. So I highly encourage you to move on with the style that you are now related to. Um, and as is, intention and intensity is just seems to be perfect to matching into this event, especially for this upcoming 3 month, April, May, June, before summertime. Um, it is just a nice to get together with 3, 4 people together. But the first of all, you're gonna be the initial person to initiate something. So highly creative in a casual way and being easy get understand by the people. So um, once you find the the other person who's really well understand what you're saying, I get the sense that's the male man in his like 30 to between 35 to 40, highly creative but reliable, very smart, not so tall, short. He seems to be wearing the cap hat all the time and with a nice smile, a little bit of beard, and it's like a little high voice, and it's a fun spirit, enjoyable. I think he is a very creative person in a fashion related industry. Um, and then, but very, very smart in the left brain, like management too. Doesn't look like one. So he could be a good person to be friends, to invite in as a partner and a casual friend, and then share the benefit. And he would be a good supporter for what you like to do, and a good friend too. And learning each other through this project makes you feel comfortable, and then also this would help this person create it too, because he's somehow looking for the credit, and then doing together with you is really helpful for both of you. Um, I have a very positive by June, end of June. So trust that your casual sense of lightness. It doesn't need to be serious, committed, gotta do this, da da da. But just to move on and talk to the people and allow something come, and then invite in, and connect it each pieces like a more casual way. That's the key for this transforming into something beneficial aligned to your new reality. I really love that. Good luck. Thanks for your request. This is the job event opportunity. Symbol is cappuccino. You can also request your own intuitive 3 minutes blind reading with me going to www.thatfutureforecaster.com www.thatfutureforecaster.com. I am taking your intuitive reading quickie request anonymously and share the insight at this podcast, Ninja Intuitive 3 minutes blind quickies. Look forward to serving your needs. And then my service is also available for by phone by an hour, 1 hour, and I also available for Skype. So check that service with me also at the website www.thatfutureforecaster.com. So how is your feeling now? I am feeling very grounded now. Especially the last reading was really good. I really like that energy. It's casual. It's like a so nowadays way to invite the opportunity and participate. I really like to channeling that spirit to, because I'm also I become easily get intense. It's like a heavy, deep thinking kind of the tendencies. I mean, I've been noticing it. So inviting it in the lighter energy is really wonderful. So the feeding, how about the feeding you have now, the alignment to the word that you chose for this end of today's gathering? I chose focused and ready. Yeah, I focused. Now I focused more like light-hearted, and then ready, yeah, ready for, no need to be serious, but just allow, follow, and focus, enjoy the flow. Yeah, that's what I want to align this week. How about you? Hope that you are having the good moment. So let us take a long deep breath together at the last minute, counting 3, 1 from the nose, 2, 3, hold it, and release slowly. This is JuneUniverse. I truly appreciate your co-creation and participation by listening, requesting, reading. I'm sending a lots of love and healing from my heart. I see you next time. Until then,